From a previous video, I was frustrated with the train slowing down around this far corner. Well, I've learned what's going on with that, and they go from running slow at the corner like this to running really nice like this. Welcome to DCR Rails and the Smuteye Central. So today we're going to talk about the Kato Terminal Unijoiners and in putting them in your model railroad if you're using the Kato Unitrack. And if you're just using Flex Track or whatever, you still need to put the power in every 3 to 6 feet. And I'll explain why right now. So let me take you back to the beginning. Typically when you get a layout, you have a transformer, you get some wire, and you hook it up to the track, you make an oval, and you run your trains to see how well they run. And at first it's just an oval. Well, that's no fun after a while. We want to build these bigger layouts. So this layout right now is an oval. That's all I've got power going to is the Kato Unitrack and getting the trains running around on that. I was really running into a problem on that far corner there with the train slowing down. And it seems like every engine and everything would slow down right there. And so I had to go back through and come up with a solution. So I had that in mind about the current drop-off on that far corner when I was in Kansas about a month or so ago. And I took that opportunity. I found out that Midwest Model Railroad, who I've heard a lot about on the various YouTube channels and different model railroad forums, has all kinds of expertise and a huge warehouse. And I checked out the address, and I found out it was about an hour's drive from where I was at in Topeka, Kansas. And I thought, should I go to Midwest Model Railroad and see the store for myself? So of course I should go check it out for myself. And so I did. So it was well worth my trip because what I wanted wasn't there because of supply train issues, but I got a chance to speak with one of the experts there at Midwest Model Railroad. And I told him what was going on. He had me draw out my track plan. And as we looked at it, he says, okay, you need to block out things. I told him it was DC power, not DCC. And he says, well, you need to have power every 6 feet. I says, I thought that was a DCC thing. And he says, no. And I just have one. He says, well, that's why it slows down on the corners. What you need to get is this Kato Unitrack Terminal Unijoiner and hook that up to the track. And it comes with this nifty little blue tool, and you hook it up to the track and you twist it, and out comes the rail joiner that's on there. And it comes out just like when you snap the track and unsnap the track, you twist it and the track comes apart. So in this case, you pull out the remaining one, so there's no joiners on the end of the track, and then you pull up the other one and do it as well. And then you can hook the two together and clip it. And as you look underneath it, it's a really nice wire comes down. So I drilled 4 holes in the layout. Note to self: when drilling the hole, take the tripod off of the tabletop to keep from shaking. Terminal unijoiners that I have to get. He said you need to get a terminal block and you need to get 18 gauge wire. And so he gave me the shopping list of things I needed to get, and he sold me the terminal unijoiners. Obviously, he had those in stock, but he says you can get the rest of this stuff off Amazon. And these were terms I didn't know before I went into the store. I wrote everything down, took some good notes, and I got online and I got this terminal joiner, and it has all these connections and things, and I got my wire. And so with the wire and the terminal joiners, I was able to connect everything to the track. Use the tool to pop the rail joiners out, hook the rail joiners in with the wires connected to it. I went and checked how I had the one thing set up, because my power pack is wired in such a way that I had the red or the positive, well at the time it was the blue wire, was hooked to the outside screw on the DC power. And it worked out really good, because if the toggle switch was pointed to the right and the engine was down here on this end, it would go to the right, which was counterclockwise. If I flipped the switch to the left, then the engine would go counterclockwise. So it didn't matter, it was forward or reverse, I didn't have that, but I wanted to keep that. So I double checked where it was, and the blue is on the outside rail, so blue is on the outside. I followed that all the way around and made sure blue is on the outside. So I soldered it together. I put the white to black and the blue to red, and after I got it soldered, I wrapped the electrician's tape around the bare wires to protect them because it's going underneath the layout. So I wrapped it really good with the electrician's wire. I hooked the ends of the thing on so I could screw the stuff into the terminal block and then eventually into the power pack. And I put toothpicks in place to where all the rail joiners would be at so I could watch how the train went around, and turned on the power and the trains ran. And they ran so much better than they had run with just the one wire. So with the 4 connections at each end of the ovals, about 6 feet apart, the train is running so much better. And as you saw at the beginning of the video, it was running nice and smooth without any hesitation, speeding up or slowing down. Hopefully this was a helpful video and you could see the importance of doing this. And I have some other videos right here you want to check out right now.